Jared Leto was in the other tribes. He was. I don't know. Why would they? They take a little thing different. Coach, like more trauma. Nah, he wasn't. He just got into trauma. He did the first one. They don't try. That's kind of weird. There's something that just needs trauma. But I guess there's an 80s time, so it's a sequel to that. I mean, so I guess you gotta wait, 20 years. They should make another Godfather for Jared Leto. This is a fun and all the best things. Yeah. Goodfellas too. Jared Leto. It's great. Jared Leto. I went to go see David Lewis. Yeah. What a great movie. David Lewis. Like all this. Yeah. The interviews that David Lewis. He's like, I think it's got a bad. We don't know who he's talking about. He's talking about Jared Leto. So it's like Jared Leto and Rothschild. It's that same thing. I tried. Well, you've heard the story. About Jared Leto's acting for children. Yeah, please look it up. I know we still will talk about that one bad one or another. I'm going to talk about the Tron thing because I never got this is just a headline, but Jared Leto 7 years contemplated to his Suicide Squad co-stars on the right, preparing for his Joker role as part of his method acting. Disturbing items like a live rat ballad and mental politics. Many co-stars found the unsettling and cold experience disturbing. A live rat. The politics are weird, but the live rat is very because it seems like it's against the law. You put any kind of box and mail it. This makes me wonder if the most bigger animal and a bot didn't do anything. Well, yeah, I'm curious. This is a bomb around Jared Leto because he's out here saying that acting's got better. Interesting. So Daniel Day-Lewis is firing, but he's clapping back at the haters. And Jared Leto for ruining it. It's kind of, interesting. Oh, yeah. No, I thought it was so good. Yeah. Yeah, one battle after another. I thought it was really funny. I love it. All the lines were pretty, or a lot of the scenes were pretty funny. Sean Penn, not that funny. Fella, he's cowbell patience. He really his face. Say, cool. Right. Cowbell. I'm touring. I didn't go to Rio. I got a call from Shake now, Turkey. Notice Cowbell, the big one, who transferred the call to me. I was like, well, where are you at? He was like, I'm going to be man. I got a Green Central in my home. Tweeties, thanks for tuning in. So make sure to Discord, the redhead. This week, we
medicated. Yeah, that guy that I see, right? If you want to know what we think of we already said I thought,
And when you said it right now, he sounded very sad, and he said,
he sucks ass.
it's kind of like leaving.
Yeah, no, he's terrible. And he should know that because if it's not like he's George Clinton practicing some ethics, but he's just straight about the airport too high.
He's a follower of this podcast, which he's amazing. He's awesome.
Yeah, if he can get us some more dollars, change our mind.
Yeah, come on. Promote your special.
Yeah, I'll change faster than these hiking boots.
That's what he thought of.
That's like the only one. It's the only one I got. Jinko jeans. Steve Wonder's wishing well.
Yeah. You got me working.
Steven Crowder's vibrating cock in his ass.
Fuck his
You didn't think of it. It's almost like, who are you? Fucking Jeff Bezos. Himalayan. Started doing the show thing where he does alliteration.
Yes.
If you were to it's just horrifying. And you can say that the most of Schultz is his refusal to take a stance. And they can see both ways and go for Trump. But in my mind, it's still that he's not funny. And narration. So those three things should always be in the forefront of your mind when it comes to criticism and Andrew Schultz. Anyways, how are you doing?
You're just really cooking right now.
Oh, yeah, it's good first. Put some salt on that Himalayan.
It's most of the things you listen to. Pretty good dude. I watched Battle After Another yesterday. It sucked. I'm sold, dude. I think I'm gonna become a liberal cook like you.
Yeah, fuck.
The wrong button.
It's about fucking time you hillbilly conservative. Get out of here, dude.
No, I'm not mad. I mean, don't. So that's actually a pressure point that I don't like. It's like, you're like, that's not me, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Like,
that's not me. Yeah. See, after like, oh yeah, me, yeah.
I haven't seen it, so I don't really know the book. Right? You guys can find with her.
And so I'm not gonna spoil it for you. So what I'll talk about is it's funny watching it. There's the politics of it. It's not a movie. I mean, like people aren't talking about it. They're talking about it like the government made this, put it out. Like it was produced by Barack Obama, and like, right.
I mean, I don't hear true. Thank you for not. I don't know anything about it. I'm sure it's Paul Thomas Anderson. He's a good actor. Like most of his movies. I heard rumors. I don't know the political aspect of it. It is older rich guy doing like political movie or whatever. So it's like his take on revolutionary stuff. We'll see. Well, my hater is already starting.
I know you don't mean to do it, but I don't like it for. I didn't see politics. Yeah, and it wasn't like I didn't have to be conscious. It's just like his movie was like the race stuff. I'm like, and maybe that's political, it's like racist stuff. But like, there was like a more I was like, yeah, like they call it like they say wetback a lot. They say spec a lot, and that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm gonna say. It's like this woman calls herself Chuck. See, that was hardcore.
I was about to say that, and that's just you watching the TV. I guess you're not even talking about Paul Thomas Anderson. But yeah, I mean, okay, so I think I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and I think most of the time when you're making a movie, if you're good at it, you're just making a movie. You're just not a message movie, right? Because a lot of times message movies suck. Yes, right? No, I don't generalize. Okay,
has a message.
That you should ever get a message in your film because I think it's a trash. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I didn't see it, so
Don't look at those movies all the time.
you know, that's a perfect example. That movie had a message. And was it good?
Yeah.
Or was it
Oh yeah.
that movie was in film form?
Yeah, for sure. Message, dude.
I think he thinks he had a message. I don't know what it was. Like, the message was like, too much time on YouTube, I guess.
It was about medicated. It's about drugs.
I don't know. Maybe I've spent too much time on YouTube this life. This guy string together bits to do with each other.
Yep.
You know, this is yeah, like I was on TikTok and everybody was TikTok, which reminds me
Zoom calls.
yeah, remember Zoom calls? Like everybody hated that, right? Like what year is this?
I will say that you thought of one of your best time that I then did it.
Oh, the
yeah, that was.
I don't know if it worked for you though.
It fits me more than you, but I think you can do it.
But what you said,
I went to an open mic and said, by the way, I brought up monkey. I'm not sure where he is. He's in this room somewhere. Laugh because he is great.
I mean, that's different. The beginning is smoking that. In the beginning of mine was when you started just like saying that like funny if I do wrong. Like don't forget I did bring up the key with you. I think he's funnier than
Somebody get it is cheap.
like be clear. Very clear that you're not literal monkey and someone I don't know how you do it. Don't if you just set it sideways. But then it turned into me the joke becoming that I'm going if you're in monkeys for someone to do something it's just for the everybody like something like that just and I don't know if anyone wanted to try that.
I did.
You didn't try it?
I did that part. Nobody laughed. Things were too loose, and I was like,
You gotta, if nobody laughs, it's kind of funny. It could be funny. And sometimes, when, you try it and it's bad, it's funny. But it's like, and if you have to do it every time, no one laughs the first time, but then a big laugh the second time, it's going to really hurt the second time. It doesn't. That's why you got to do it over a week. I don't know. I mean, it could also just be me and you are ridiculous.
yeah.
It's not funny.
It's okay.
Well, it's like just really you transition into another joke and then randomly go like that, and then you I'll just try to get the money. My friend, the best part is that they originated from
shooting a special way in a cave somewhere in the room.
Yeah, well, how did that come?
Because somebody in the universe like laughing ridiculously.
So he just has a cage. He's like running around and shit. Or Adam Converse. Yeah, I mean, and they could keep doing this. I can never figure this style of humor sometimes. I always wanted to go on stage and say something along the lines of like, glad to feel COVID right now, or something like that. Ridiculous that you can't. So it's similar to that monkey thing.
Yeah, I sometimes do that with like
Huh? Yeah. I think that's like, all right, so if I had COVID right now, here's a monkey.
I did ask a lady that came over. She was like, can you do me a favor? 10 stars when you get. You want to guess?
I don't think it's very high. Maybe she's nice. Very nice. She's nice. She said 8.
Very nice of you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
You know, what she did when she came out, she said, "Did you recently clean?" I said, "No." She was, "Okay, that's very bad."
Oh, fuck. She didn't even give it a rating.
No, I don't want to say judgmental, but it's very bad. I was like, "You do what you got," and she's like, "No, let's not do this." And then for the next 3 hours, it was just her telling me all the details.
Why did you ask her to rate it? Did you know that?
It was a topic of conversation.
Okay.
She never came in the restricted pause, and so like this time she was like, "She's like, we gotta go." And, like it was like the day that she's like, "Yeah, let's see what you're working." Because she sees it here, and she's like, "Jesus Christ," you know. And
Yeah, dude. And she thinks this is bad. She should have seen it used to the plane, right? It should have been like, I don't know. We gotta get going. I think it's the best.
I told her the same thing. I said, "Big red chairs," and she said, "Stop."
Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, you lost your fucking move. Man, you used to come in here creepy fucking like, well, we can go to my room. You fucked up. Why did you leave? Yeah, you could, that could have been the rest of your life. I mean, I don't look, I'm not trying to be creepy. But we either have a movie chair, chairs, or a movie. I mean, my bed. There's like windows there. So my room, I have this. My room is like it's like you know you don't have to do bring them.
We just respect my religion and come in my room.
Come in my room. You can come in my room. Let's just have sex. When we sit out here, we can have. What are we're gonna die? You're right because
This lady has not entered her.
yeah, fuck you. It's like this couch is my one that left her. Oh my. There wasn't a podcast where I'm like, I just fucking think it was me.
Makes you fold pretty fast.
Yeah, no, it's full. How fast? Faster than beer. I mean, faster than fucking Sydney Squeeze. I will not be able to be dude, Sean fucks so much ass. I found recently he had another take on something. I'm trying to remember what it was. Was it her name or Rihanna or something or other, but he just went right up. And the keyboard kept going. Is it a video? I should have sent you the bookmarks. I mean, because there's like a dude, there's like a dude on Twitter, chief nerd, that just repurposed track over, you know, stuff. There's a few that just post Schultz's 4-body takes.
This
Yeah, this is one of the bad money. That's what it's about. We have to watch this. Hello, everybody. This week it was announced that Spotify's there are some good parts at the beginning of this. There are some things in this life that I don't understand the connection between the two and those movies.
it's just like too much.
Tries totally go down. So Platinum is like but it, like the funny thing is that you ever have this style cars comes through creating it's fucking good. Dude, that is better than fucking don't think go darling from the Reese. The Himalayan, right? And if I want to go to like a restaurant, a big tan restaurant and say, I'm fine, salty. For sure. But have you ever been out there? That's a great yes. That's the best way to do it. I don't want to know something like that. It's like, whoa, these are good. Where's the cream? English words with it too. I don't know who does this, but obviously he's very studious and maybe he's very typical out of he looks like the guy who kidnaps your girlfriend or wife and buys her the railroad tracks. He's got the 1920. I got your girlfriend on the tracks and I got the train's gonna get her harder than fucking Stephen Hawking's. I don't get it. I don't know why nobody in the Super Bowl like getting there this like that's what you did. But you want to talk. They is so sick. I think so. Right now, it's going to be released. Don't be most largest action parties. Also, closely by literally, surely, with the last few weeks we've had in America, the keyboard warriors would be too exhausted from politicizing everything from 5-minute shootings to the logo change of a highway for stop or fraud to politics into the Super Bowl halftime show. Robbie star of cultural commentator, lesbian kickball coach, and my hair donor for the Street Fighter movies. This isn't about music. It's about putting a guy on stage who hates Trump and MAGA. To be fair to this singer Thomas the Boo Boo Doll, it is odd to choose an artist who doesn't have anything to do with Leah Thomas the Boo Boo Doll. I mean, I think that what he's doing is tone forward and it has to be a certain way that he goes figure out the how straight right okay and at the end the bag is beautiful bag is TikTok you can make the video and it's some sort of weird format 3 times cultural hot topic or whatever, you know, as it has alliteration, some form of maybe the train or something, in a wheelchair or something, person of color, and then they apply some, and the paint just penis bumps, you know, like something like that. Yes. But I don't think it's funny. I'm trying to be bad. Trying to politicize it. Jordan Jensen, for the biggest game in America, a country whose language outside of Dearborn, Michigan is English. I'm kidding. Dearborn, I'll see you there next week. That's Riyadh. Anyway, a couple months ago, this handsome guy with questionable sperm motility said, "Bad buddies and these are Super Bowl, right? Yeah, you can't do the Super Bowl." Now, for the record, I also said Netflix would be dead, and now it's the biggest streamer. So in a lot of ways, I probably spoke this into existence, and therefore they call me Nostradamus. Create a show that appeals to as many NFL fans as possible. That makes sense. For example, if someone was putting on a show for Ben Shapiro's company, they would hire a choir of Palestinian toddlers being crushed by a hospital bombing, or as Ben calls it, but after Mr. Money was chosen, I really left 13th on the tape. That was right there. There's levels to this shit. I'm working hard on that. It's just like harder than that. Like it's harder to be a PhD as a computer English. Very possible. Or Stephen Hawking's things that whenever he opens the show, he's levels of stupid. You may be the people that watch are just high and drunk, maybe. But then the first duel is stupid high drinks and they call and they love it. Animal creations. Yeah. That's a lot of stuff. The biggest titties in the world are alliteration from Andrew Schultz. It's like titties and tooties. Tooties. They're like, colicus would be the biggest titties. I can think about what Schultz is having. No, I mean, it's the guy's. He fucked with money. I mean, I tried to watch that John Alvarez shit where, like, this week tonight or whatever. It made me laugh because he's wearing shit. He's like, laughing? Am I not on camera? And guy that you keep calling every week. We do it in Montana. When is T-Mobile? Right. Person that's ever happened and doing anything wrong before. That dude.
First of all, shout out to the policy. We'll get to the timing.
I appreciate your team. If you give money, Timos, but if you bring up Timos while we're doing Timos and there's no money, I will threaten. But if you get them on the Patreon,
Like that song that we just it was from the Patreon, so that April 16th.
hell yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. So you're on. Well, yeah, obviously, that in April. So, kind of fucked up, but you're out of it. Yes. You just enjoyed the song. Or something like that. Last week. Or Moses was special. Yes. Playing it both. But it was really good. He enjoyed it. You like it. Why did I go for those? And also. But anyway,
Tristan, give me the question, and maybe you can answer it.
yeah, where's that? You guys have heard back on, oh yeah, oh my god. You remind me, we gotta start plugging this every time we talk. September 20th, we're doing a live 24-hour stream.
Shout out to Flame.
There you go. He's so like a bigger than me. Got you something there. But back to that's not good to hear that. George, I didn't even know I got you for our speaker. Checks out. Mall Shaman Protocol. We're yeah. Anyways, that's like a white. So be cool. Listen, we paused for the super chats. That's not why they're here. We gotta fucking get it, dude. I gotta turn it. They're here a lot. So try super chats. Play the chicken.
Mexican cookies are really good. We're not gonna get started with that, but
What's going on?
This month, and so that last week. This one was 24. We sent so much pros. What is that? Remember what? Like that one thing. Turn it on. You had that. This time it was all from see. Forget me. Yeah. Do you miss him or do you think so? I know. It's like, do I want to be entertained or do I want to be like, yeah, because I worry about he's really funny. Still, like, talking about this. Yeah. Really do. Like, but he makes me feel like an elder statesman. Because, so, you watch him and he's for so much content, right? I troll through the Reddit, watch him, and I start to feel like some sort of parasocial relationship with him. No, you're right. I just saw that comment said Cooney on his mind. what's it called? Though I think I miss the cringe, but the actual thought they put together, what it looked like when we filmed.
Yeah, he wasn't thinking even or even drummer. What I would say.
I think George, with the girls tonight. This is 12 hours ago. It's the top of the chart. How's the tooth? So, doing. You saw my sick bars, so how are your teeth doing, dude? I think mine are pretty fucking good. I just got some time for the beach. We just filmed that like 2 hours ago. Let's see here. This is real, dude.
I'm not surprised. Well, I mean, I'm surprised actually about this. I've seen this in the store.
Oh, you must have forgotten. He was growing great. But no, I'm assuming these things take forever. No, especially genius, make sure things are. It's like he was doing the diplomat thing. He's so far in the future. He's so hard. He's fucking got longer. It's like, what does he do? And he's he didn't trust the media. By the way, that's Brown and
That's false advertising. It's real if it doesn't have. But yeah, that's funny. And these things you gotta put in the contract. You can keep this haircut for like a year or something. Of course, it doesn't. CBD. He's doing this thing that is unfortunate replay.
it's cool. Shout out here. What doing here?
It's funny that this picture, you think this is a photo shoot? Shot. I wonder what.
Talk about
Or just a serious face. A serious face. You know, like, please take your hands. At least a struggle in your mouth.
Get some and get rid of it. Great. You already saw that one. This one's hilarious. This puts Moonwalker. DoorDash driver but his cheap. Don't let me just read it, consume it as I go.
Sure.
You want me to start? Brandon specials suck. It's like the tip I'll never forget. True story. I was trying to earn a few extra bucks just to yeah. Hard times had to get work in the rain. I picked up an order for ice cream in Venice. The tiny guest house made the back that says not knock. Do not knock. So I'm standing there filming their phone for 10 minutes. It sounds like Brennan's ready. But yeah, the last season, and he comes running up from the back. He snaps back to normal, looks me in the eyes, appreciates it. He will tip me in the ear. It was off the side. His car. The top of his car's is there was a nice Toyota in front of his guest house. Strange. It is like when does it get good? Because holy shit, it all makes sense. I think he was trying to go for it, but I was talking about what even that he doesn't have trucks.
I don't understand well, that's Mike. I wasn't sure if you had understand this at all. He's living in a guest house. I get that it's bad that he doesn't tip. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't tip. But I'm my tip, though. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this video. I think Bob tips. Okay? I think it gives you a better life. Okay. Your guy told me that once. Okay, so here. ABT August 16 follows up with this here. I didn't know this. I've seen it with my own eyes. 100% cunt. You want to take? I told the story before. I used to work at a health comedy club years ago. At first, I thought years ago was the comedy club name. It wasn't as mainstream at the time, so I was kind of the co-worker. One of the servers comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I think it's your show, Joe Rogan." Get the f out. He says, "I don't know." He was probably. I was like, "He's 100% branded." But he's they were at Fox Studios at the time with Evan the Beard, etc. I tell the server, who is a good friend of mine, he's taking care of it, bring me the tab at the end of the night. He agreed, and the night went on. Him and to give him a couple vodka crayons and some weight. Would have been maybe $40. I come up and tell Brandon, I can't be upstairs for his bill tonight, no more. So he stopped. He goes to tell me. He's not a dollar. I'm fucking embarrassed. I apologize. Saying out of my own tips. And I put on my apron to hit the fire ever since. I don't know. That's a great either. Right. If two people call you a crack, wouldn't shock me into like that. And also some of the lines sound like something like things. Yeah. But we know about that. Some of not think about something. Read it for we only have 40 likes. Thank you, James Freeman. How do we only have 4 songs for these? Think. It's just like, it's way too I think this is another one here. First-hand knowledge of a girl in LA. She was a barista. She says he did tip average $1 for coffee, which is her gripe with him. He married himself. She said he was a celeb and would park his handicap. He'd walk in there and like the baristas in the interview and say hello. He'd say, usual. I say it out loud. He said, I thought he said, a huge nickel. Right. I'm going to start doing that at my coffee shop. He just sit and they go up and say bye or thanks. And in the little bar. That sounds a lot more like all I gotta say. Okay. Still all funny. In the world where I continue going in there with the phone. Just blaring. There's two reasons. One, he's a loud, and so you know that. And two, the story is definitely truer though. Like, hey, I'm British. Wants everybody to know. Is that your takeaway? Yes. Okay. You know, he's not only getting coffee, but he's getting coffee. So somebody people work for him. He's got his.
Yo, Rabbi. What up, my friend? Excellent. Good. What's up? I appreciate it. It's mercy. What's good in your neck of the woods? Oh, tight.
Sam Altman.
How long you been in crypto?
It's a birth, man. I wasn't honest.
That's was nice. It was like me, crypto, and then the bank. Oh, yeah, I remember
I
you.
feel that.
What is it? Yeah, you were wearing that shirt. I was like, who's this little motherfucker here before the big bang? Just chilling.
Yeah.
It was like,
Bro.
yeah, dog, you know. All right, what else has been your neck of the woods? I mean, I've always kind of considered myself to be pretty sick. All right, so what's your neck of the woods? Aside from wearing crypto gear.
Song.
All right, well, enough about your fucking uniform. What do you got going on? You sling your dick like it's going on the side? All right, I'm always good. You ready for it? Sling dick like it's going on the side. Jason, you mind if I? Excellent. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. I stream out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for work weeks. I've been doing so since the pandemic. More than 3.5 years. This is the death of the guy, the coronation of the king, and everything in between. I've been asked for any of you ever seen the movie The Truth and Joy, the television show Big Brother.
No, but I'm aware.
There's just someone on the title of the camera. It's not. This magazine stated in 2018 that they had overtaken them with their number one resource. One guy who was both air patrolling. I have more data effect on the internet than any person ever. That makes me an influential person. I have to when that happens. I'm gonna make you, I'm gonna make Jason, I'm gonna make your friends and family all independent of what you're not already. I'm gonna make sure that you have the well, if you don't already, I want you to be able to set your work up for your organization. How that sound?
That sounds good, but
Fuck yeah. Sounds good. All right. Well, you're figure it out.
all that.
Look, all that. Data is more data person. So instead of wearing a cryptocurrency that's $1 million, it's $100 million. I could wear just like a NASCAR driver or a F1 driver, a get up that has all kinds of and get a $1 billion endorsements. A pretty easy way to make money today. But I influence in many different ways, including always being live. No other influencer does that. Every single famous person on earth. Additionally, the country must the world. Like the use of technologies such as agricultural transport and greenhouse and saltwater greenhouse hydroponics, chemical farming, help anyone thirst through the use of technology as well. For instance, $25 million things that we do to promote communities like Nigeria. Fortunately, there's some election program and desalination to pump it underway to make it quicker. How does that sound?
Oh man, that was a lot to take in.
Yeah, I'm a lot of big up. I talk about futurism. I'm a futurist. I talk about things I can't think of. I manifest on my trip. That's on my communication. Artificial intelligence, artificial general intelligence, super intelligence. I talk about Santa Claus machines, replicators. I talk about interstellar travel. I talk about things like space, space elevators, space tourism, airplanes, on other planets. I talk about things like nuclear fission, nuclear fusion. I talk about things like geothermal power, hydropower, solar power. I talk about things like even gravity batteries, the extinction. People don't know that the difference will be took place in 2003 in the islands, which was a Gulf of Eden. Fast forward to the year 2021. Made it goal that the picture by the 2028 is holding that circle utilizing these element circuits. Going goal, following the production of the lemon, they would make this like the dodo bird. This is really exciting. They benefit life expectancy for someone like this, particularly about age 80, I would increase your life expectancy to age 100, 120. Please, technology channels, stupid goes from them, so hard things like peptides, cold shock therapy, national reflection therapy, nice therapy, perhaps some virtual therapy. 2020 years old, you may say, back in 2025, I was 15, like it was a vacancy, but it all came true. But my body started to break down. What's the next plan? This is again, with your consent, if you want, you should be able to have this choice. But if you want to take a picture, you might be able to utilize that technology, just mind uploading technology, where with your consent, we scan your right. We're having this where central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, clone up yourself a serial, whatever you want to be, but it's what I'm saying. Right? Is that you teach your digital immortality. What are your thoughts?
Rabbi,
What you said with that?
sounded pretty good to me, Rabbi.
Fuck yeah, it does. Alright, so that's what I do. You can literally watch just about every moment of every 4 years going back to the pandemic on my streams. I'm live on 20 things. You look in the upper left corner of this circle that says 24/7 YouTube streams. If you put that link in Google or a browser, you'll see more live streams of our single individual simultaneously that you've ever seen. Watch my life in 360 degrees, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Additionally, I have over 100 other YouTube channels, over 200 Instagram accounts, over 500 Twitch accounts, over 1,000 TikTok accounts, over 2,000 Twitter accounts, over 5,000 Blue Sky accounts, and over 10,000 Kick accounts. I have more social media than the
How can you do so many?
how I do it just manually create the account.
Did you program something up for that?
You kick accounts out, but everything else is manual.
That's enough. How do you that's so many different things, man. That's like a lot of things to know.
That's one certified project management professional. I want that, so that's going to Google Play. It'll allow me some financial independence, and so that give me the ability to become a master of many trades.
What's your biggest salary?
Non-disclosure agreement. So very big.
Oh, okay.
Links in,
Bigger than Flutter?
oh yeah. Also links in some major cities.
Okay. And dude,
Weird.
what's your favorite author?
Good question. Maybe we're talking like non-religious and
Yeah, not interesting. Who?
Dick wrote Runner and Andrew wrote Man on Castle. He wrote a lot of shit, but like that would be made into movies. But let me used to Philip K.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Some
I like the name.
right. And so the industry of my castle flow like the policeman said. It's a speech alternative history where the Nazis and the Japanese won, so the United States has been taken over. The West Coast belongs to Japan, and the Midwest, the East Coast belongs to Germany. Valis, Visual Free Atman, the penultimate truth, the collected stories of Philip David. You've read others too. Um, let's see here. Just really interesting. I mean, aside from him, more mainstream authors that I like, Mark Twain. Um, I like Charles Dickens. I like Theodore Dostoevsky. Um, I like Jane Austen. I like, um, so, you know,
You look at Jane Eyre.
you know, like, what?
You're like a Jane Eyre fan.
Harry? Like,
Like, yeah, like special concept.
uh,
Jane Eyre.
just broken.
Yeah.
What is that? Um, like, read on here. Oh, yeah, hold on. It was written by him. Oh, but it's based on the book. I thought it was the Android Screen of Election. Yeah, like, basically, a lot of futuristic uh, sci-fi novels, sci-fi movies have been based on his books. And it's crazy that he did this in like the 1950s. Like, he was onto something. There's another one. Um, so, Born Identity. I The book was written by Rabbi William. That's pretty fascinating. You know what I didn't say, but it is Stephen King. I like Stephen King. I think he, what a baby.
We should get stocks together.
Well, it's not hard to do. I'll tell you what stocks will be worth a lot in 10 years, 100 years. In 10 years and 100 years. All right, so so I want to check this out.
Are you going to start by yourself?
Um, all right, so good investment currently that people are sleeping on a challenge here. So that's the PVC company. You're not familiar with what that is. It basically building of the world on individuals. So power.
Here, volunteer.
So I think that's a
Always volunteer. I didn't volunteer.
open AI when it has its idea, so that would be short. Uh, and Tesla would certainly be an excellent investment. Those are great for the next 10 years. But if you're looking for the next, if you know what Skynet is, like um, Skynet's going to be built on some different systems, and I believe that it's going to be powered by nuclear power by Siemens, the German company. So in them, they would invest in Siemens. I would invest. So it's going to be powered by Siemens. Actual hardware, I believe it's going to be Samsung. So invest in Samsung. The the operating system is Microsoft. Microsoft. The um the data is going to be going. The cloud-based system is going to be Amazon. So Amazon would be investment, and um, the data is managed by Salesforce. So those five companies, I think, are excellent investments for the next 7 years. Are they going to double overnight? No, but they're excellent long-term investment. Another excellent long-term investment will again is the OpenAI, but specifically because they're going to launch a web browser that's going to break Google's monopoly on browsers, and eventually they will take market share in the browser arena, especially in Europe. Basically, the European Union has said to Google, look, you guys have everything. You have the top two websites in the world, which are Google and YouTube. You have market share, dominant market share on the browser, Google Chrome, and number one in you're the number one ad company in the world with Google. Uh, you can't have all of these monopolies. You're going to have to get rid of something. You're going to get rid of their browser. Not get rid of it. It's going to lose its market share. And OpenAI, once they launch their browser, it'll be integrated with AI and it'll be very good. And OpenAI will eventually be the dominant browser.
Operating system.
You say that?
I said, do you think we need an AI operating system?
I mean, we already have that to some extent with Microsoft with Copilot, Google with Gemini, and
Like an operating like the operating system is like built like around AI. You know, like we're not using like these legacy like Windows or Mac or Linux. That was like kind of like had assumptions, like outdated assumptions. Like it's an operating system built
you just
around AI.
yeah,
It's like
I get what you're saying. That's you see the primitive versions of it. So Windows, Microsoft will improve Copilot so that it's fully integrated with every aspect of it now. Well, the same with Gemini, Apple, just Siri or Apple Intelligence. So the entire option, quote unquote AI, it's not. It's it's early, but give it time. AI will be into your operating system as well.
yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to interrupt you. Did you know what Rothschild? Really, what the? That's really. How you still go, bro? But you work out.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah, it's up.
no. I'm just joking. No, I mean that's really my primary focus. Um, Prior to this, at times in my life, I've been a long distance runner. Never geek. I like, but one of the first things that I do when I go back is I go on a beach diet.
Wait, so yeah, actually, here's this thing I was gonna ask. Like, so how you record? You go back.
Yeah.
How do you record?
So, well, I've streamed as far as Santa Barbara, as far south to San Diego, as far west as the Pacific Coast. I've streamed in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, and Disneyland, basically everywhere in Southern California. And to answer your question, it's difficult. So I had a Verizon fourth with a family myself. So that's four different phones and four different phone lines. But that's like it's a big bill. It's like hundreds of dollars. It wasn't getting that much traction to do on streaming. It's really difficult. Frankly, my vision isn't so that the phone makes it very difficult to be able to see the sun's really bright, and you're trying to read comments in the between. So I find it much easier to stream the communication. Just because for my Wi-Fi, streaming outside. I can use GoPros and basically just upload the data. Or I stream like Instagram. I just do Instagram Live and stream those. I've also done it on TikTok. But TikTok isn't necessarily saved the data that I would make it do. It's more manual. It's more manual to be able to save it. YouTube, you have to have a certain amount of followers to be able to live stream. And I do. Have, some, on Instagram, you have 1,000 followers. Not just Instagram just made it. You have to have 1,000 followers. TikTok, you have to have 1,000 followers. So as long as you meet those thresholds, you're able to just upload. On Rumble, you can, or I should say, you can't just leave live. Rumble, you don't have any followers. You can start on live. So I'll get verified through verification. Twitter, you can go live. Um, you can also create like a Twitter live or a Twitter video space where actually so it just depends. Frankly, like when I do live streams, I really want to attach to what I want to pay, which is my Discord. If I go live on my Instagram accounts, I might have like 10,000 people following me on Instagram. I might get like 5 people who come in over the course of an hour. It's really not that great. Twitch, I have 50,000 people following me, and if I go live on that account, I might get 5 people over the course of an hour. It's just how social media is. Unless you're, you know, influencers who have consistent, huge following, you basically pay for it. You're not going to get or very few people. It's just not worth it to me. But I have done it, and I do have a lot of footage from there. You run into issues with connectivity. You also run into issues with the heat of the devices. You run into issues with batteries. You run into issues with lighting. You run into issues with other people who try to steal your shit. You got to really be aware of what's going on. And it's risky. It's much riskier. I mean, I know I've been in downtown LA and been chased by people because I've got like 2 words of fucking equipment. I've got like 3 iPhone phones. So those are things that avoid. I know for records building, with a bunch of GoPros, and I was playing the computer, just not like mostly. I wasn't doing it for money. I was doing it just to have a cool shot. And I had these 4 guys who walked by me once and like said some shit to me. And they walked by me at 3 times. I could hear them saying, "All right, come back over here next time." It just when you're a single individual, you are a target, especially without electronic equipment. So it's just
keep a strap on your whole life to find those people out.
I mean, it's one.
Like an elevator, you can slide those fuckers out real quick.
In California, it's very. Yeah, I know. And
Well, we can't afford that.
so, what a black you live in, Phil. But you hear me? Can you speak English? Can you hear me? Big guy, you there?
He's here.
Can you hear me, big man? How's your day going? Was shit happened.
What is that? I told you.
Great. Um, question.
You had to estimate.
So, recently, I get people a month, more than that, maybe 100, yeah, not people. Well, I shouldn't say 100 people a month. Okay. You might get 300 to join a month, but I kick out a lot of people. I kick out everybody who's under 21, under 18. So, not the 18. And if I talk to them, don't talk, like if I ask them how old they are, and they just leave, and that's a sign that they're not 18, people out. And then people on their own because you can only have a number of uh, uh, you can some of the max. So in answer to per day, um, well, it's about people who like you come and go. If you want to come and go, I might get me who come and go. That's right. If you come and go a day, five of them will, and that's great. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys have Discord?
Do we have this? Oh, you have service.
Yeah, do you have servers?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
there,
mean,
and no one, and no, and no one joined, right? Exactly. And they're difficult to and to grow. They're so hard to grow. You're not allowed to self promote generating other people's servers. So you can't really use that platform that well. Just imagine you meet somebody randomly on social media and you say, not everybody has Discord. In fact, most people on the internet. When's the last time you heard about Discord in the news or social media? Like, follow us, NBC Nightly News, us on Twitter, Facebook, and they never say Discord. It's a social media, and it's not really that well. It's smaller. It's really not that well known. So, and not a lot of people use it. And on top of that, Discord makes it very difficult to network. You can only have 1,000 friends on Discord. Now, most people think, well, I don't need that many friends. But if I'm included in this, you'll get like maybe dozens of friend requests a day. And so I'm limited, except as a friend, not. And then on top of that, you don't have the same ability to like see who the things that happen. So it's very privatized. Discord in itself is so difficult to have someone from Twitter to come join my Discord and they don't know me is so hard. I think so. Um, of the 2,200 people or so that we have in here, it's been an uphill climb. I have the Discord, the whole streaming. It's only a year and a half old, so I wish I started it when I first started streaming, but you can learn. It's 2,200. Something like that. That's okay. 2,196. So like today we've grown by like 6 people or so. Today it stayed, and that's great. Like that person who just kicked me out. That happened. There's also a strategy that I use that I only started doing it recently. And I haven't really. Um, it's not. You try a lot of things to see what works. So there's some really big servers. I mean, with like 6 million people, and um, there's like this game that was launched in May called Still a Brain Rot, which is something like uh, Roblox or something. And one of the things you can do is trade something in this game. I don't know. I don't play it. I don't know anything about it. But I do know it's a very big server. So if I put one of my accounts in that server, I'll get in a given day like 50 people who message me for whatever reason. But a lot of times it's in Portuguese. And I don't know Portuguese, really Portuguese. So I will just send them invite and say, if you're an adult, please join us. And for that, when that gets going, I'll get like 25 people today. So it depends on how I market myself. But then a lot of people aren't, they're not just not, they're not even 13. You get some people in here, it's like, where are your parents? They're not behind the computer. So all those people get. I think some people come in here, yeah, 22, that's cool. But, I wish there were a setting that you could just click it and then just not have any interaction with anyone who's underage. And it's not that I don't like kids. I think that they're our future. But a lot of times people come here and ask me about love, they want to talk about history, or they want to talk about dating, or whatever. Like maybe some of these conversations are for children. And I get people coming here to use language that is not for children's use. So, yeah,
Another question.
oh, tons. I get people here every
Your
day.
best. Give me the spiel. The spiel.
Well, okay, I mean, what do you want? You want a long-term relationship, or you just want a fun one?
That's not about it. Best. So long term. Okay.
That's fine. Have you utilized this strategy before? And, I was had normal job working, and I used the strategy that I could be able to date sociologists, friendship, not girls, actually women who work for Match.com or sociologists. So, I know that this works. And it works better than like it's like it makes you the most wanted person on the whole team. At that time, it basically is able to use some like jailbroken funds for uh, rooted from the Android phone to be able to hack Twitter or hack Tinder. So they fixed some attachments. Basically, what the old time, you download the app, you download Bumble, Friendfish, Match.com if you want, Twitter, the free ones are Twitter, Bumble, Friendfish, OkCupid, and those are fun. Those are fun. Hold on, I'll think of it. Yeah, no. Hinge. So there's Hinge, Bumble, Twitter, uh, plenty of fish, OkCupid. You put on there what you want, just uh, a fling, or you say I'm looking for a serious relationship. May result in marriage. I'm going to have children. I am a professional. I enjoy water skiing and surfing and playing golf and running and cooking. And you take really good pictures of yourself, not just random selfies. They should be They should be recent. They should be good quality. If you need a friend or a boyfriend to take these, You should invest in it. You can do it yourself. It's just the time. You want to make sure the lighting is really good. You want to take a picture of you outside doing an active activity. So surfing's great, running's great. They want to see that you're active doing something. See you in your home. They want to see what it's like where they may live somewhere. So a picture there is fine. They want to see you perhaps doing another hobby or with friends. They want to see that you have a social life. They want to see you. This is a good one with an animal. Even if you don't have an animal, a dog, cat, or whatever, um, go ask somebody, hey, can I take a picture with your dog? They want to see that you're an animal person. It shows that you're and, and finally, this one of you relaxing. If you get those, five have to be that, but they're really good pictures. Um, a great headshot is great as well. Uh, and have those pictures, and it's not overwhelming. It's not all you with your friends, and it's not that shows that you're a really well-rounded person. And then it's a number thing. So, and I told this to the girl who I dated from, and she told me like behind the scenes, every person gets a score of how many people are like, and my numbers were higher than and she wanted to know how I did it. And basically, I there was a way you could basically root a Android device, and then somebody had created a patch on the or basically created a back and in Twitter, and you could with the push of one button, like 256 women at once anywhere in the world, which is a huge advantage on everybody. And so I just put it where I wanted to date women, and then just would hit the button and 256 likes and 256. And I just have to do that 5 times, like maybe even less than like 4 times a day, and then I just my phone just ding 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 ding, all these girls swipe right. Then um then from there it was just about messaging them, and you know the, the girls who I like, I mean they're all gorgeous, tense. They're all tense. Like I would say to myself, I'm not gonna waste any time on anybody I think is every of my friends would say that girl's the fucking hottest chicken or hottest chicken. Oh yeah, definitely. Dude, my my body count, I lose track of 42. So I mean, I did quite well. And so then, um, you you interact with the person, and some people wanna they really want to get to know you before they go to dinner. Other chicks, they just want to get right down to business. That way, not long term. But then came up with a strategy for short term. So I'll tell you that in a second. So, a few years went by, and I can think. But then when I went to short term, I bought. You can buy these on time, but they're auto swipes, basically things that automatically touch something on your phone. But you can also download these as well. But it was basically something that would touch something on, so it would on chicks with. And um, they have integrated their apps to no longer allow you to own this app. But at the time, they didn't. So I just tried on every single chick and see what girls would come to my inbox. All right. So then, uh, when I just went on it regularly, I came. This is the absolute best move I've ever had. But I'm not just talking to my house. I'm a member of the seduction community of artists, players around the United States. So what we do is so even somebody's location, have some basic massage or go out as a group and pick up these see who the most amount of numbers in a given night. So I mean these are things that I've done in the past to a lot of food. Shout out to those guys there who've been watching this thing. And then it's just cover the most amount of numbers, and who can have the most amount of anyway. So I do know that this advice works, but at least on Tinder and those kind of apps, when I would just hook up with chicks, there was one phrase that I would use. Like I try them all. Hey, what are your interests and all that bullshit? Like I'm not, and I get responses with that. If I just wanted to hook up with chicks, I would write, drop your digits to get jackhammered. I got numbers like crazy. It's so fucking to the point. It's so fucking to the point. It's like who the fuck says jackhammer? Like you mean you're just gonna pound me out? Fuck yeah, that's what you want. That's why you're on this fucking rap. The numbers like so. Hey,
be fair, is it easy in LA like to stuff?
absolutely. Yeah, people don't do it. But there are people who want long-term relationships, and that's cool. And there are other apps that I use for that, but they're really Jewish apps. So I mean, they're apps. But, we have Jays, and they're for Jewish people.
Oh, like literally.
Yeah, just like I think there's like farmers only and Christian. Those are for other people. We have J Swipe and J Date and Cellular. So those are different.
What if I want to use it?
Yeah, generally no. You can put your stuff in there, but usually Jews want to who are on those apps.
Money,
Uh, you know, single rabbi to sit before what's called a beat din or house of preaching. But I could like your local Orthodox rabbi who puts in local beat din. That's about all I can do. That's about all any rabbi can do. Even the chief rabbi of Israel can't necessarily be some Jew. They have to sit before the it's a panel of three rabbis. It's a panel of three rabbis which Shabbat who we're basically over the course of the year, we would change your lifestyle. You have to live within the community. You have to become basically Shabbat. So you'd attend service Saturday and other times and holidays and such. You would might have to change your work schedule. You'd have to keep kosher element to it, and you have to keep family purity. So, if you're willing to do those kinds of things, there's no guarantee though. So, but you just
only mixed with Jews.
yeah, that's
So you gotta make it. You're okay. You've heard something.
I've lost track. I'm serious. Like sometimes before I go to bed, I sit and think about all the chicks, and I lose track of 42. So like I think about, and that doesn't count chicks who just phone. I'm talking like that number is I would say gigantic. Um, there was a period in my life where I would only I wouldn't have sex with kids. I was owned by them. That number, I lose. Well, because I was younger. So like that wasn't something that like, I didn't want to have sex with chicks. It was too rough, but I didn't. But so, um, I mean, I still think about it. And the number that doesn't get included, but um, yeah, I like I said, I just checked the 42. But for someone like you, it's really fucking easy. You get on the app, take 5 good pictures, you write a profile of yourself, and then you know, with the chick, and you gotta understand, a good-looking girl. Look,
But it gets to it's different. Nice profile, all that, like, sure. But it's like spontaneously answering some, like, super flirty text. It's kind of those things where, like, how to respond to that.
no, get your numbers. You have to understand. Like, if you've ever seen a hot chick's phone, at least girls can show you their phone on Tinder, and it's just like guy after guy after guy. You know? Like, I did the same with myself. I had girls who I beat, like, if it were like every single girl, like, you could think of it,
Intercession.
into my inbox, and you just recognize it's a numbers game. So you just go and you find the hottest chicks you check, and if you're looking for a relationship, you say, uh, you're the one who initiated, which is a good thing to do. You can ask what you're interested in, or are you interested in dinner, or are you interested in going to the beach, or are you interested in um, I see you what's its name? Kind of like, to get a little comfortable with you, and then your inbox, you start going at it. You know, I don't. There are some dates you recommend it for yourself. One of the worst dates you can go on.
That's a good question. One of the best types of dates.
Yeah, so would be a solid one because that doesn't much. If you don't like each other, you can just have. You don't have to sit down and spend $100 on this shit. Get coffee fine if you want to do a date. Just go have coffee and meet each other. Those are two solid ones. Having dinner with girls fine though is what. Um, those are the kind of good traditional drinks, dinner, coffee. The ones that you definitely want to avoid are movies. That's talking people to each other. That's a second thing. So movies are really good second things. Other things that I enjoy, just going to a park, going to a walk. Those are fine. Um, anything that's public and not too intimidating. So the key is public. For a first thing, want to make sure it's public. That's really for your safety, real safety. She's not going to want to go to your house or something like that if she's not looking to just crack. She wants to make sure that it's a safe environment. Really, it's a test. Are you socially acceptable? Not her, but does she like being around you? Does she like the way you two look together? She wants to see how you order. If you take uh, initiative, she wants to see how assertive you are. She wants to see if you're going to open the door for her. She wants to see if you're going to pay. She wants to see what kind of watch you have, what kind of how you dress, what kind of shoes you wear. You know, all things she's going to be judging. The same thing you're judging her. How her hair is, her face, what kind of makeup she wears, what kind of conversation she has. Things that people do. They want to make sure that it's done in a place where you can talk. That's why coffee, getting drinks is the person to do it. When I say getting drinks, that's really it can be okay, but loud, you want to be able to know each other. Dance club is great for a third date, I would say. It doesn't have to be, but like that's pretty correct. I mean, really, the whole ad this is pretty conservative nowadays. People just fuck on the first. Really, first days get to know each other. Second date, you get over there, and third day is when you're. And if it happens on the third date, it's not going to happen, but the odds decrease quickly thereafter. How much have you especially with a person who is for marriage, which is totally fine, or they're very conservative, just got out of a relationship or whatever.
What do you know about that? Like, wait till marriage. I don't even know. Like, what do you think? Like, if a girl tells me, like, wait till marriage,
That's absolutely fine. That's great. Wonderful. That's ideal. If a girl is a virgin, that's what people generally do for thousands of years. So you ask her, okay, basically what you can do her, so does that mean, like I have a friend of mine, he's, his wedding, and he married a virgin who was 36 years old. She's a 36-year-old virgin, which is great, very religious person. And she had some ground rules, which were basically like she would kiss, but that's it. Yeah, that's what it's. You want to get to understand how comfortable someone is with someone. I mean, I've been with girls who say they're waiting for marriage. Okay, but that's not this night. So it's like, okay, I mean, whatever let you go. You want to see how comfortable they get. There are some girls who might wear, but they may be against vaginal intercourse and open to deal with better. It just depends on how person, how conservative they're going to be. That's an exception. Usually, insertion, generally, that if a girl have pretty sure, uh, vaginal sex appeal, but some ways are just like rules, and you have to abide those rules. So if a girl says, "I'm waiting till marriage," excellent. That's wonderful to hear. You wouldn't want to try that on the first date or the second necessarily, but going to the first date, you see if she's. I mean, I would just ask her, all right, well, that's fine. Are you comfortable? Uh, but it depends on the culture. Like in some communities within Judaism, we don't touch before marriage. And if someone you know, grew up that way, but now they've become. It depends on how what the person's standards are. But if you have someone who's you don't have sex before marriage, does that mean that you can't hold hands? Okay. Does that mean that you can't kiss? No, no, you can kiss. You can kiss her. Um, I mean, I've had girls who would make out, but would not, unless we were in a relationship, would not let me feel them up. So they wouldn't, or finger them, or finger them. Uh, yeah, there are some girls. It just depends on their um their comfort level. I've had girls who, especially like girls who are, um, if they are not, if you're not in a relationship with someone, they do not, they know that that's like a cry. So hey, you need to get in a relationship. I'll take my foot off. And tell me it's just like outside. That's fine. Whatever comfort level is. But it's about comfort. You don't ever put anything undue on a person, and you want to make sure that she feels comfortable with you. So you communicate. These are really important things. The girl who says to you, "I want to wait for marriage," it's absolutely fine. Does that mean I can put your passion? And you respect that, and you see if that's what you want to do. And, but usually in those types of relationships, there are a lot of people in those relationships. They get married very quickly. They don't screw around for 2 or 3 years that way. Absolutely not. You just need a ring and a date. Okay, I like you, you like me. Our parents approve of this. We're in the same community. We need a ring. I'm going to propose in a hall. Basically. fine. What's your timetable of marriage? Like, you want to get married in the next year? She says, well, if I like, maybe after a year, we might become engaged, and then another year to plan out when within 2 years or so. Well, then that's a question for you. Do I want to wait this long for this person? Is this person enough? If you do, then you can have a lot of enjoyment out of a person, non-sexual. Let's be honest. This is someone you want to grow with. You're going to be fine going in their face. Anyone who feels that you are worth it, she's going to put her time.
Yeah. Well, I think so.
I basically topics. So just because I'm so public, I have my own beliefs, but I try to not at least promote the right. I'm an independent, but most likely like a local. I feel as if we are right, and that our need by some central state and the United States. That's what I'm sure you agree with that too. Right versus left. When I could, how would you like it if like all the healthcare was paid for, and education was paid for, but you still had speech and freedom of religion and all the other things? Would you want that? It's paid for, but doesn't that sound
That's okay. I don't know much about it.
okay?
I know.
Sure.
We just feel it.
Yeah, it's a libertarianism. It's basically when it gets down to maximum rights for the individual. So what is that? And you should have freedom of privacy, freedom of press, freedom to assemble. These are all like, codified in the Bill of Rights, generally. And then communism is where you don't own it. Everything essentially belongs. But that's okay. If everything is really good, then who cares about ownership? Understand that when you get into ownership at the very end, we're moving toward really where a very few people own of all the students on land, some of the opportunities. It's an inevitability with capitalism. And so that. The reason why I'm a fan of more socialist or communist system is because there is a so like if something happens or your parents get hurt, something like that, you have to listen. You have no food and nowhere to live. Listen, under communism, you have a place to live, you have food, you have shelter, you have health care, taken care of by the government. Now, what you don't have under communism,
I have a question.
go ahead.
So like, how do government pay for all these things? So like, where's the money coming from?
It's a great question. A lot of different places. Resources, so the sale of natural resources, or people's combined efforts and States were created, had like you have a fire department to volunteers. There are many volunteer fire departments in the United States that are based on school love, and they have nothing else to do in the society, but they enjoy doing it. They uh, you have it basically when you have nothing to do, and there's a big project going on in your town. People will volunteer to be able to help that. So, like for instance, if you are having to build, a, let's just say, okay, well, we're going to build a road. All right, well, we want to sit on the ass all day and do you can build the road, and then the people in society put their efforts. And these are just basically how the ran in its earliest days.
Rabbi,
Yes, sir. I'm back.
oh, okay.
You're good. You're good. I'll be back. Maybe a minute or two. If it's ever any longer than that, I'll be back. The GoPro, but it's in the 4 years I've been doing this. We had like a power outage 3 years ago, and unfortunately, I had a GoPro going inside. It doesn't happen very often. Okay, so you have a system where the central state be able to provide for the consumer. So, okay, but and perhaps everybody has a role. And so, what would the role be? If you're a cook and you enjoy cooking, well, ask by the state to work for hours in the kitchen a couple times a week to be able to create food for the general public. You volunteer your time to be able to do that. So you don't need money. Money has no in your society. Your house is taken care of, your road is taken care of, your service is taken care of. Everybody volunteers a little bit, and you have the good now. What ends up happening is you can imagine people don't want to pull their weight, and other people take advantage of other people. It's in here. It's happening every single time. However, on a small scale, it's very efficient. What do I mean by that? If you have a group of like 100 people, and let's just put them in the middle of, I don't know, in the middle of California, where like 2 people live, the Central Valley, and you have one person who's, maybe, let's say, 2 people who are doctors, and 2 people who are police officers, 4 people who are fire nurses, and 5 cooks, and 3 teachers. You do this when you have children, and we think everything you need in the society. You don't need central bankers. You don't necessarily need defense. There's a lot of things. We're just on a really great scale, on a small scale. Now, when you start to get into what about creation of money, and what about creating of a dam, and these things, okay, I understand. So there are ways that whatever country we're talking about, let's just say the United States, could pay for these things. And you're hearing a lot in the news about tariffs today. You should understand that they're not working the way that they should. Basic base system, ideally. You shouldn't have to tax this. Anything that is you can make money on. And anything that's important, tariff. And the tariff takes for the plane and the road. So basically, that's something that is more desirable. Let's say they want a foreign car, that's fine. There's tariff. So now you're gonna, if you want that nicer car or whatever, then you're just gonna have to pay for it. Now, this is a system where it's somewhat socialist that in communist society, you don't own anything. And so, um, but there doesn't mean that you can have a system where people volunteer their time or whatever it is, able for the good of the whole. What ends up happening though in every single communist system is you have a small group at the top that end up controlling the masses, which just it's so much. And I think even as a better system is a nature that is inherently somewhat evil, where no matter what system you're in, you're going to have people who are will take advantage of other people. So, like capitalism, where there's no safety net, and you have a small group of people at the top who own everything below them, or would you rather have a system where small people can control everything, but there's a safety net? So there's education and people's road taken care of and their housing taken care of. Well, if we're talking about an entirely corrupt, somebody has to be at the somebody has to be at the bottom. The one with the safety net is the most beneficial system. So I'm for safety nets, and at least in the United States, that kind of talk has been very controversial, particularly like 7 years ago. But I don't feel it should be. Um, I don't. I don't necessarily have a need for need for suffering. I don't have a tone that I understand what it means. But I expect people, if they can live in small communities very peacefully. Now, are you going to have a state that is able to create the ability to have tankers and transportation all these things? Yeah, that's a good look. So how would we? I would say it's not going to happen. But how would we do it? It's really difficult because we already have a capitalist system. We have someone of a socialist system as well. Uh, Socialist systems like Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, disability, those kind of things are already good systems. So what do we do? Well, we basically a universal basic. So it's not everybody gets excited in the United States. This has been um, this has been tested is in the United States, and it was just launched in California about 3 years ago, where you just give people $1,000 and see what they do. And it turns out that their kids educated and that there's less crime, generally happy with them. And that's what you do. So where do we get that money from? Well, with AI and robotics, they basically can replace everything. Just about. It's so at a certain people aren't going to have a role. The only role perhaps are the technology people from the society. So the only people who are really going to have jobs. You won't have cooks anymore. You won't have house builders anymore. Everything will be done for robotics. And there's not even really a need for money because everything's already taken care of. So, how would we do it in the United States? I don't think there's anything boring about a world without homelessness. Or a world without hunger. Or thirst. These are
Yeah, sure. But there's no purpose. There's no role. There's no purpose. There's nothing to do. Isn't that kind of boring?
no, they're most simply you become artist, you become sculptor, and you become game enthusiast, and you spend time with family, and you write books and literature, and you basically create the Renaissance where people are rewarded for that which they can create within the arts in sports. But basically, like things that people do that aren't jobs. When all the jobs are taken by robots, then people people focus on humans.
Yeah, but like,
That will also
okay, like you can for sure like a subset of people who do those things that you're describing, but don't you think that most people probably just kind of like if you look at today, for example, like people just kind of like they'll sit on TikTok and run away. That's like the average. Like even my parents, like they'll just Facebook and like scroll and like do you think the average person from the inner desire gonna be like becoming some sort of like great artists or writers?
Yeah, so the society that in which we currently live does not reward people generally for those types of ideals.